Okay, howdy everybody, welcome back. I am Vormithrax here for some more Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, on the new schedule. Let me move some windows around here. Either says knee. Alright, sent out notifications. Close those windows. Too many windows. I think we're all set. Like I said, welcome back. Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, Judge Fredd series. We're making progress. We got a lot done last episode. So welcome to our new base. We're in our new home, permanent base. No passion for carving. I don't know why I have 0%. I remember I did something, and we never made any progress on it. It's just been sitting there at 0% the entire time. I forget what it was specifically, but yeah, he's not too excited about carving. But yeah, that's our new home base. We've got our fire station base, and right near the downtown area. So New Sweden, and our base is right there. So we got one last trip we need to make back up to our old base and bring down the motorcycle, just so we have something to tool around in while we get together our vehicles that we want to assemble and clear out the local area. I need to do a little bit of zombie clearance so we're not constantly interrupted by things. I don't think I'll need to put in as much effort as I did last time with the zombie clearance. We're much better equipped now to deal with them, skill and item wise, but we shouldn't need to do as large a clearance. And we'll clear about every time. But the building's also much better. We're not underground. We're completely sealed in. Regular zombies aren't going to be able to bash their way into this place. So it should go pretty well. My only worry on this kind of a place is the one door entrance and exit, unless I pop one of these big bay doors open. But at least we do have another option. The problem with these bay doors is the amount of time it takes to actually open them. If I get in trouble in here, I'm not going to have time to open these bay doors, so hopefully nothing happens while we're in here. But who knows? It could go horribly, horribly wrong. Back to the character sheet. No, not safe mode. Character sheet. So there we go in all of our splendor and magnificence. Our 8888. I know. That's pretty amazing stats. And skill-wise, nothing too impressive. Melee skills are working their way up. We're about to hit 3 or 4 in a few of them. No range skills so far. Crafting skills, very little actually progressed. 3 fab, 6 tailoring. That's it. And then we got mechanics to 7. That's the important one. That's the only one that's really necessary for us. So mechanics to 7. And we got some book reading to do. We have a ton of books. Just a big old pile of books. The Humvee hasn't been unloaded yet. So we'll do that at some point. We got to do a bunch of organizing and moving of things and setting things up and all that. I'm not sure what order I'm going to do it in. We'll see. What else? There's our gear. There's our inventory. So we're rocking the baseball bat, some chainmail, a judo gi, a barboot helm, our plate armor, and elbow and knee pads. We're still on the lookout for a replacement hiking backpack. Still miss my hiking backpack. Some shotgun ammo. And our light amp goggles, of course. We're set pretty well for general gear at this point. I'm running out of things to go get. We have most of the miscellaneous stuff that I usually go look for. So scalpel and stethoscope. Firearm repair kit with all the tool qualities, the Halligan bar, crowbars, melee weapons. So we shouldn't need to make too many more trips out and about. I think we've got plenty of food still, an okay amount of medical gear, and we'll pick things up as they arrive if we do come across something. But not too many more things I need to go chase down. So we're going to try to focus as much as we can on just getting the base here set up and getting the vehicles put together. So my goal is to fully mod the Humvee out to my normal specifications that I build it out to, as well as scratch build from nothing up to full the Mega City motorcycle. So folks can kind of get an idea of what those look like, how they're built, and kind of experience the joy of cruising around a megacity on the megacity motorcycle. Alright. What do I think about the recent change that made metal doors non-mineable, so no pickaxing them? I don't care. Sounds fine. It sounds reasonable. And I don't think somebody should normally be able to pickaxe through a metal door. Sounds okay to me. Yeah, it's going to be mildly inconvenient. I've done it a lot in the past, but I've done it because I was able to do it. So, yeah, you can mine metal doors. That's how I always go through doors like that when I only have a pickaxe. You just mine through the door. That way you don't risk a ceiling collapse by going through a wall. And you also don't have to go through the rebar cage that's part of the wall. This mostly has to do with... yeah, there's a few other spots. Laboratories are typically where you're doing this a lot. So you can pickaxe your way into the barracks and the armory and things like that. And you go through the door because it doesn't risk any kind of a collapse. And it took some time and some stamina or some weariness and all that. But we've been able to do it with a pickaxe for a long time. So just one little thing off the list of things that players can do. It sounds reasonable to me, though. I'm assuming you can still jackhammer through them. I haven't actually tested it yet, but I'm assuming jackhammering through doors is still an option. What build are we up to anyway? We're up to build 11181. Has there not been a build for the last couple of days? 11182 was the last one, but it failed for all platforms, and I haven't seen a new one since then. So I'm assuming I'm up to date. You can both? No, you can't both anymore. You can jackhammer, maybe. You cannot do a pickaxe through a door any longer. That's what got removed. So... that's a big city? Well, that's an intentional big city. That's a 16/0 map. So... it gets you a big city when you do that. That was our goal. Howdy there, Waffle Bombs. Thanks so much for the Prime sub. So yeah, it's a sizable city. Let's see where our chunk boundaries are, our map boundaries, from the gaps in between. Alright, so yeah, I think I showed everything. There's our character sheet, showed the skills. We don't have any bionics or mutations or anything like that. We're fairly encumbered, but our skills are coming up, which offsets that negative, and we're pretty protected. We're still getting some damage coming in because most of our gear is 90 to 95% coverage, so that 5% is allowing quite a few hits through, given the number of swings that come in. But we've got a few layers, so when we do get hit, we're only taking a few points each time usually. So it's working out just fine so far. We might switch a few things around here and there. But we left off, I think we had just parked our vehicles in here. I was planning on making a trip back up to the house to get the motorcycle. We ran over here to look at the trencher and spotted a pickaxe, and we dragged the pickaxe back to base. So I was thinking of driving the trencher back up to the house, leaving it there, and then bringing the motorcycle down. I'm kind of undecided about doing that now. I think having a little trencher around for a little junker vehicle that we can tool around in might be better than the motorcycle, or better than just making that trip. Because we're going to build the Megacity motorcycle. Really all I need that I can think of to get this thing going is a solar car. So if we can get a solar vehicle over here to the base so I can get out the storage batteries, we should be all set. We'll just stick them into a frame real quick with a vehicle welding rig, which I also need to check if I can make. Yeah, vehicle welding rig. Oh, electronics. We're going to have to learn some electronics. Steel frames, no problem, and the welding component kits. That is not usually a problem. Soldering iron and the arc welder. So, yeah, we can put the vehicle welding rig together. Initially, I'll probably put it into a portable thing because we're working on multiple vehicles and all that. And then we'll stuff it into the... probably the Humvee. The motorcycle won't have space for it. Or maybe nah, I'm not gonna leave it separate. We'll see. We got a long way to go between now and then. I don't want to make too many long-range plans that may change as circumstances, you know, adjust. The other vehicle there is a SWAT truck we also pulled into the bay just to kind of preserve it, and I plan to use it in the short term for components, and we'll pull it out of the bay here eventually. I don't need it to be in here. So, I think what we'll do to start, instead of making that long trip, I want to take a look around the block here. So I think we'll go out at night and we'll kind of work our way around the block, kill a few zombies, see if we spot any local solar vehicles that I can use. We do know where one is located. We actually found one while we were driving around, but it's way over here. And that'd be a bit of a rough trip to bring that back on the streets, given how fragile they are and how many zombies are out and about on the streets in the megacity. So if we can find a more local source, that would be better. So that's what we're going to try, I think. We'll kind of get things rolling with that. What time is it? 1:43. Maybe we'll do a little bit of organizing, sleep the night away, get that healing done, and then we'll do the clearance tomorrow. Yeah, that's probably a better idea. I'll do just an initial building check around the immediate area, but I won't try to clear the whole block or anything like that. So I think we're all set. We got a little bit of weight that we can carry. We got plenty of volume. Nothing I want to drop from my current gear. So yeah, let's go smash some zombie face. We'll just use the door. Oh, good old night vision goggles. Check out the narrow alleyway here. Oh, we got to go crunch a bunch of cockroaches in this restaurant, too. What the heck? Well, we can't go around because these two buildings intersect. Okay, so I guess that'll work. I wonder if this side is also blocked. Hello, cockroach. Yeah, we can go smash some cockroaches. Get these things out of the way. Whoa, that's a lot of cockroaches. That's one or two more than I expected when I opened the door. And now I got to start swinging because they're in the door blocking it. I think I'll move to this position. Yes. Too much swinging. Too much missing. Wow, that's terrible. Uh-oh, forgot they're nibbling on my rucksack. We are killing them. They're just filling in the space pretty quickly. Oh man, this is so bad. And now, of course, they're too quick for me. Let's drop the backpack so they don't nibble that apart. Same with the ammo pouch. Hey, got a hit through. Then we're just going to stand here and get some stamina back while he tries to nibble on me. They're too quick. I'm too slow in this heavy armor, and with my stamina dropped so far, I couldn't move fast enough to get the doors closed. So we'll just make it so he can't hit anything important. Get our stamina back. The danger isn't really the cockroaches, it's me going out of stamina and having something else show up. Just gotta be cautious about that. Alright, let's move a few bodies. And then close the door. So much simpler when you can do that. Now that I know I was going to have plenty of stamina, we can just wade in and finish this off. Okay, any more cockroaches in the building? Yes, there are. Think that's it? Prussian blue out on the sidewalk. Not worried about that. Alright, what do we got in here? Other than roach eggs. A whole bunch of seasoning. We're all good on vegetable cooking oil. We can live forever on vegetable cooking oil, apparently. Oh wait, that's vegetable cooking oil. That's animal cooking oil. There we go. Yeah, we got lots of cooking oil. Canned chicken, cornbread, all sorts of stuff. I'm gonna leave this here for now. We know where it's at. We can go back for it if we need to. We have a, look at this fancy arrangement. Whoa! We got an intersection of 3 buildings here? You have got to be kidding me. Can't go that way. That's an upper floor window. Wow, how cool is that? I don't think I have ever seen a confluence of 3 different buildings. We've got a roof with a ladder. We can then go out the into this second floor house. I assume this is a house. That's a restaurant also? Pine nuts. Oh, it's a food place. Ah, hey, food base. It's Food Person. Oh, that's what we got. We got the Food Person restaurant. That's why it has an upper floor. That's what confused me. Alright, so we'll have a problem getting out of, or getting down from this floor, because if we go down the stairs, it's a keycard locked door. We won't be able to get out of it until we get a Food Place loyalty card, which I haven't bothered picking up. So if we want to escape this way, we'll have to be careful and do it later. Alright, I'm not going to worry too much more about what's up here. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen that that occurrence before. Gives us some options if we get desperate. There's those skylights that I mentioned that we saw earlier. Yeah, that's nifty. Alright, somebody's back in this corner making noise. Let's go check that corner next. I think I'm going to leave that stuff here. I'm not going to worry about picking stuff up right now. Let's divest of the things that I'm worried about getting damaged. And just go kill some local pests. Yeah, of course it's a zapper zombie. Oh wait, no, that's way far away. Alright, so Dissolute Devourer and a soldier zombie. Oh, no problem. Come over this way so the other two can't hear me beat you to death. Let's try to get the soldier on his own next. Come on, you. Another M4, some MREs. Guess what we'll do is set that aside. Set those aside, and probably all I care about. Yeah, I guess we can move that over too. Alright, come here, you. Let go. Let go. Stop grabbing me. Punk. Carrying around a water faucet and a set of pipes, huh? Nothing I care about. Interesting. Got this completely empty block right here. So we got a bar on one side, the food person restaurant on the other side, the restaurant with the roaches, laundromat on the other side, which is another pretty strong building. So we got really strong buildings on most of the sides. That's pretty cool. Take a chunk out of the wall back here and set up a solar farm or a generator outside. All sorts of options. Uh-oh, acid zombie. Alright, I'm getting a little worried about my leg damage. If I go any lower, we'll start to get speed debuffs. So, yeah, these two buildings joined as well. So, butted right up against each other. So, we've got a couple of narrow corridors without anything else. That's awesome because it completely blocks line of sight in every direction around us. This from here all the way to here is solid wall. So we've just got this narrow little corridor of possible vision up into our base area. I've never seen that before, that kind of configuration occur. Hey, laundromat. What kind of map you got? New Sweden road map. I don't need a road map. Plenty of, what, bleach? Yeah, lots and lots of bleach. Clothes. Don't think I'm going to care much about the available clothes. Unless somebody's throwing hiking backpacks in the laundry. A lot of cargo spaces. Or cargo pants. Alright. We have another back alley opening. Can't go that way. Is the bar behind? Yep. So that gives us another ladder up to a roof that abuts this building. And I could build a connector between these two buildings. Oh, never mind. Oh, wait, yeah. So we knew these were adjoined. You can leap that in certain circumstances, but yeah, I could put some kind of frame in there so we could walk back and forth, and then we'd be able to stay on the roof and walk between 5 different buildings. Crazy. Yeah, I've got light amp goggles. Light amp goggles are giving me that greenish night vision. We also have a fairly decent full moon, so I'd have that much vision without the light amp goggles. Light amp's still a little bit better. With the moon is now waning, so we're losing the night vision bonus from the moon right now. And batteries for light amp goggles last a really long time, so no point not using them. Steel chain. Oops. Got a motorcycle? Have to check that out also. Yeah, I have never seen this kind of a lucky configuration. This is crazy. 5 buildings just about connected. Zombie dog and a zombie. I just want to get a bit of a... Oh, that's a scooter. No wheels. Yeah. Not going to worry about a scooter with no wheels. Alright, let's head back in. But this is an amazingly well-protected location for this, this fire station. With how tightly these buildings are clustered around us. Alright, we got everything closed up for the night. We'll just sleep in the well, we don't need to sleep in the Humvee. We've got a bed we can sleep in. No blankets. So we're gonna at least need to go grab the blanket. That'll take care of our sleeping. Okay, blanket and a pillow ready to go. We'll leave the kitchen area the way it is for the moment. I won't destroy this. I'll grab one of the tables and bring it out into the workshop. Yeah, let's do that now. I guess we'll put it down on the back wall. Once I've cleared the area a little bit better, I'll smash these lockers, get rid of them, and start making piles of stuff. We'll figure out where we're going to put everything. What are your plans for the character today? You know, keep him alive, kill some zombies, get the base set up, clear the local area, and start working on the motorcycle. Once we get the solar vehicle over here, the motorcycle is going to go pretty quick. Hey, Gonzo Archer, thanks very much. Really appreciate the support. Have some mooses. So yeah, hopefully we get to work on the Mega City motorcycle. It's really just going to come down to locating or sourcing the storage batteries I need for power for the welders. Once we've got that, I think we have everything else. I've got the torches, I've got the welders, I've got the engine crane. There's not much else I can think of that we need. We got a kitchen unit even to put into our Humvee. I would like to get one other military vehicle over here. Preferably an APC. And even more preferably an APC with a 50 cal machine gun. That would be the best if we can manage to locate that and bring it back. If we can't get that, another Humvee, an armored car. Well, no, it need to be a Humvee. I don't think armored cars have the military plate armor. So I want something with the military composite plating and the 32-inch armored wheels. So I don't have to cannibalize the Humvee here. The frames I can get out of the SWAT truck, and I can get all the controls and all that kind of stuff from any vehicle. So one more military vehicle would be great. So we'll see what we can do as we travel around. Alright, we're not tired yet though. Well, I guess we could... do some disassembly instead of some smashing. Let's go ahead and nothing in those. So, you get different materials, whether you deconstruct or smash. Whoops. I have to update a note that I put in. Much better. Alright. But you get different materials between deconstructing and smashing. Yeah. So, scrap metal and small sheet metal, no pipes that way. Versus we got full sheet metal and pipes that direction. So depending on what you need, do whichever you feel is necessary. Uh-oh. Somebody is out back. Thought I got rid of anybody that would have been close enough. Damn it. You're going to make me go back there just to keep these stupid messages from occurring. I don't want to put in earplugs. There was, I think, an acid guy back along the road here. That could be the acid guy. I really don't want to deal with leg damage right now. I don't have a quiet way of killing him in the dark either. I haven't done anything with bows or anything like that. I could chuck rocks at him, I guess, but strength 8 with no skill, we're not going to get much progress there either. I don't remember, did I ever pick up rubber boots? I did pick up rubber boots. Whoops, that's not one thing I wanted. Let's go see if that is the acid zombie. Right after I drop this other thing as well. Come here, you. Regular zombie. Cool. Much easier to deal with. We'll just drag this back with us. Alright, let's just make one big pile for now. Too dark. Yeah, I figured. And get the whole thing done with two candle pulses? Yes, we can. Look at that. Alright, so all the lockers are cleared out. The bay is completely clear, except for my 2 vehicles. What do we got going on? Minor pain. Let's slap some bandages on before I forget. Full bandage there. Makeshift bandage there. And go ahead and throw some antiseptic on. Alright, it's important if you're new to the game to understand the healing system. You get separate bonuses for healing by bandaging and disinfecting. Even if you don't have a bleeding wound or a negative effect like a bite wound or things like that, it is beneficial to apply antiseptic and bandages to any damaged limbs, because it provides these effects, and they're separate effects. You get a healing bonus for bandaging, and you get a separate healing bonus for disinfecting. So if you have the materials available and you're not worried about keeping enough on hand for later, more important things like bite wounds and that, then slather them on. No point in giving it to these, because natural healing will heal those up, so I'm not bothering to put anything on those. When we sleep, those will heal back up to full regardless. But as you play, you get a feel for how much healing you're going to do, whether you're playing on default or you have certain traits that slow your healing rate down. So you get a feel for how much you're going to need to do when. So we got our bandaging on. Good, poor, good, good. Why poor? Oh, I did makeshift. That's right. I did a makeshift on that one. I gotta start boiling those things. Alright. We also need to source a larger water supply. I remember there was... We got a... One of the parks might have it, and we got a pool that we have to clear out. Things like that. Turret control units in turrets. Go find yourself some turrets. I don't remember if shooting a turret and destroying it will let you get the control unit, or if you have to deactivate and then disassemble, or... I haven't looked into that process in so long, I don't remember the specifics on it. And it depends wildly on whether you're using certain mods or not. So, if you're big on using various mods, my info is probably not going to be accurate for you anyway. Alright, let's unload everything to that space. Oh, here we go with it not doing it again. I don't know why it won't do an all command to unload. I have to do it per cargo space. Alright, everything's in place. Let's go ahead and just turn on our flashlight temporarily. Did I bring a brazier? Wood stove would be better. Just one of the 60-liter tanks and a little bit more fab, and we can do a metal wood stove. We're at what for fab? 3? 3 for fab. I do need to raise fab anyway. Well, the video on the subject would be this series, since I have been doing it in this series. I talk a lot about the strategy I use and all that. I can't point to just a quick 5-minute video that's got all of the most important things, and it's largely just knowing the game, really. I mean, there's nothing I can really say that's going to teach a brand new player how to survive in a megacity. It does take some game knowledge and some experience and some practice and understanding of the various systems to do it well. The biggest tip is going to be move around at night. I mean, if you know how to move around at night, night raiding and such, that's #1 tip. You can't do it during the daytime. It's impossible unless you're playing some really super mega melee build right out of the gate. You're just not going to be able to do it. There's just too many zombies. You'll instantly stamina out and you'll be dead. I did it when you watch the very beginning of this series. I mean, it's 8 a.m. and I started in the middle of the city, and you can watch me maneuvering around and how I do it, and I talk about what I'm thinking about while I'm moving and how I keep safe and all that kind of stuff. So at least the first episode or so of this one would probably be a good one to watch, because that at least shows my initial maneuvering around the broad daylight in the city. Because we started, I forget exactly where, but we started somewhere up here in this residential neighborhood, and so I had to scramble around and run between houses and all that for a while before we found a vehicle. And then we used the vehicle to go visit the LMOE, and then we just immediately drove south into the city because I didn't want to wimp out and just live in the LMOE shelter. So I was looking for closer to the commercial industrial district, but that's just my personal preference to make it harder on myself. Because these are fairly easy game world settings for me. But so we set up in the house. So maneuver at night. Try to switch your day-night cycle over so you're awake in the night, and you use that opportunity to loot and to move and gather the initial early stages of loot. Get working vehicles. Very, very critical. Get some kind of a working vehicle as quickly as possible. You're safer on an upper floor than lower, so zombies are very, very hesitant to go upstairs. I almost never see them do it. So if you can get to a building with multiple upper floors, that's always a bonus. I tend to avoid them, again, just for my own personal preferences, because I think it makes it too easy. So I ignore apartment towers and things like that. They're on my personal do not use list, because it just trivializes too much of the game. So if you go up, you're much safer. Basements, we had some pretty rowdy, fun times in the basement because of, you know, wonky mechanics. Zombies appear to get a mission to visit the basement if they step foot anywhere on the property. They just kept streaming down there. But, yeah, most of it's just learning how to maneuver, and especially at night. Knowing the limits of your character, knowing how to stay safe and how to maneuver without getting yourself into too much trouble. But things like that. Stamina is always the number one thing. All new players need to understand speed and stamina. This little section right here, from speed to the stamina bar. If you can understand that, know what they all mean, how they all interact, how to manage your stamina, when to run, when not to run. That is the absolute number one most important thing every player needs to know. It needs to learn and learn and learn, and it'll keep you alive more than any other thing in the game that I could teach somebody. What's the best way to find labs? The best way to find labs is to use height. So get binoculars or a telescope and visit radio towers, which I don't think I have any on my map, because I haven't unveiled much of my map. But radio towers, school roofs, church steeples, grain silos, things like that. If you run up to the top of those with a binoculars, telescope type of thing, you'll get a massive view range. So if this were a radio tower and I was at the top of it with binoculars, I would be able to see this entire screen plus a little bit off the edges of the screen. I'd have to scroll the screen in order to see everything. So you get a massive, massive map view bonus when you go up high with those kinds of items. You don't have to have the items, they just magnify the benefit. But you get a huge view radius benefit, so you just scurry up to the top of all those as you're driving around in your vehicle, and you'll very, very quickly find pretty much all the buildings you might need to find. So get vehicle, climb the top of radio towers. And there's enough radio towers, usually you can just hop from one to another and have a continuous, huge map area always exposed nearby. But silos are a good secondary, church steeples are good, school roofs are good. They're a little harder to get to, but things like that. That's by far the easiest way to find them. You got to get moving, though. You got to get traveling. So, get a vehicle. Vehicle solves 90% of the problems in the Cataclysm. Got a pesky enemy you can't kill? Run them over. Got a pesky enemy who you can't kill and you don't want to run them over? Just drive somewhere else. Play Pied Piper and lead him somewhere else and then drive back to wherever you just were. No mods in this one. We're playing a completely generic game world in this particular challenge, with the one exception of 16-0 for size and spacing. So we're doing a mega city, but otherwise it's completely default generic game world and completely generic character. 8s in all stats. I didn't spend anything on stats, skills, or traits. Just hit tab, 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 jumped into the game world. And demonstrating for newer and older players how it is possible to survive in a mega city. Just take some practice and some knowledge and some common sense practices that allow me to do this kind of stuff. So we're pretty well set up at this point, so we're kind of in the final stages on this challenge. I just got to get the vehicles put together, maybe put a polish or two on some of the gear we're carrying around, and we'll pretty much have this one in the bag. So yeah, we might be able to finish it tonight, more likely on Friday's stream. We'll get it finished up. Yeah, there's lots of ways to go about it. It just depends on your experience level. Brand new players, like I said, you're not likely to be able to do this kind of thing. This is a bit more advanced of a challenge, but I like to just demonstrate that it's not impossible, and all the histrionic wailing that I see on Discord and Discourse and so on about how it's impossible to enter a city or go near a city. It's totally up to just knowledge and experience and practice. It's not actually impossible, it's just get better. It's unfortunately, that's really the answer, is get good. Knowledge of the systems and knowing when to move and when not to move and when to run away and when you're in danger and all that kind of stuff. But it's not just inherently impossible. Let's do some stuff. If anybody has questions, feel free to ask, by the way. I do a lot of tutorial helper content during these live streams, so don't hesitate to jump into chat if you've got a question about CDDA or what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, all that kind of stuff, or why I pick a certain thing over another thing. I'm always happy to explain the game mechanics and my reasonings behind doing things. I broke my bat again! Damn it! What are these repair with? Can you even repair these things? Miscellaneous repair kit. I think I have one of those. Because I know how to pick all the stuff up. Miscellaneous repair kit. Come here, you. Fix my bat. Hopefully. Repair? I don't have much in the way of skill. I need planks? I didn't bring any planks. Yeah, let's go get some planks. We'll just take apart some chairs, I guess. And the rest of the table. That takes a while. 4 whole planks, huh? I think I'll leave one. Well, we got a table in the kitchen there, so I don't need to. We might need some of the nails too. Oh, I'm doing this via battery light. That's not good. Oh, it must be daytime. Yeah, it's daytime. We got the sun coming through the skylights. Alright, let's drag this stuff back to our pile o' crap. Now we have planks in range. What are my numbers? Oh yeah, we're going to destroy my bat if I try that with no skill. I need to up that fab skill a little further. Or find another bat, which is what we did last time. How's our weight doing? Ooh, we're back to normal weight. Boo. We can't be normal weight. We must be overweight. Let's go with... Not tired still. I want to sleep the day away, so I want to stay awake until around noon, like usual, and then we'll take our daytime nappy and wake up and do our nighttime roaming, like we usually do in this situation. Let's have. Hey, the list has actually gotten kind of shorter. Huh. There probably is some kind of negative to the first overweight status, but it's so slight you're never going to notice it. My general recommendation to all players regarding the hunger system, make this say overweight and leave it that way. If it ever says normal, then start shoving food in your mouth until it says overweight again, and then just eat normally until you notice it says normal again. But stay in the overweight category. That way you won't have to worry about irritating messages. You won't have to worry about your metabolic interchange CBM turning off because you don't have enough stored calories to actually power it. Because that thing won't run if you are underweight in any way, shape, or form. So somewhere in the middle of the normal category, it'll stop functioning, and you don't want that usually. So if you want a simple way of solving all of the frustrating hunger stuff, just pay attention to this thing right here. Make this say overweight and keep it that way. And make sure you do it from day one. Don't ignore food for the first 3 weeks, then go bitching on the forums about how the hunger system sucks and you don't understand why it always says very hungry. I just filled my belly with a bunch of grapefruit. How come I'm very hungry 30 minutes later? It's because you're 60 pounds underweight, you fool. You need to recover a huge amount of body weight. Just filling your stomach isn't going to do that. So yeah, don't ignore weight for weeks of game time and then get all cranky about not having to deal with that post. So just make this say overweight right from day one. Eat a cookie immediately after you start the game. You'll immediately go into overweight status. You start like 1 calorie away from overweight. So eat anything and you become overweight essentially. But bulk up a bit into that overweight category, and then if you want to ignore it for a bit, you can. If it ever says normal again, start shoving food in your face again. If you do that one simple thing, just pay attention to that one thing, you won't have to get all cranky about the whole food system. So what was I doing? I was trying to figure out something to eat. My list seems shorter than I remember. I thought I had more stuff. That's fine. We'll have a toastum and some pistachios and some crackers. And some wheat cereal. We'll tank up on the vegetable oil before we go to bed. So that'll recover most of our body weight. This is just to get the message gone so I don't have any negatives. Being hungry, I also wonder why people get all upset about it saying you're hungry. Who cares? It's not like it's dropping your strength or anything. If you're super thirsty, that's a big problem. But you can be hungry a really long time and never have any kind of negative effect. So, other than getting rid of the message, you're not really doing anything. So, it's like, be hungry. Don't worry about it. You got plenty of time to take care of that condition. You can't drink when you're full? Just stand there and wait 5 minutes. You always want to hydrate before you eat. Hydrate first. That's the rule. I tend to forget occasionally and have to yell at myself. And the better behavior is drink first, get yourself hydrated, then eat. You'll be much happier with yourself if you do it in that order. Alright, so food's taken care of. We're passing time, just slowly deconstructing and getting the base kind of cleaned up and getting our clutter sorted. I'm going to keep cleaning out the chairs. I'll probably leave most of this alone for now. I don't think I have much use for doing anything over there. If you add a mod to an existing world, does it populate the areas you already explored? It does not. Generally, whenever you add a mod or make a change to the game world settings, you have to move to a new location before the effect is going to occur. Already generated content is not going to magically generate new content on top of it, so... If you add, like, Magicalism, for example, to a game world, which you can do, you're not going to see any Magicalism-related stuff until you move to a part of the map you haven't previously visited. So... Or a completely new overworld map section, kind of depending. So it's best not to do that kind of thing, but it can be done. Do I play the newest unstable version or some of the stable ones? I have never ever played stable ever. Not even the first day I played Cataclysm. I played experimental and I always play experimental. And I always update right before I go live. You can check the settings command to see exactly what I'm playing. So I am on 11181, which is the most recent build as per an hour ago before I went live. The only time I'm not playing the absolute most recent stable or experimental build is if there is a known really nasty bug. I'll occasionally delay until the next stream so that they can get the bug taken care of. That's pretty rare. Usually I can just work my way around any issues with the debug menu. But I've always played experimental, which is what puzzles me when people always suggest stable. I mean, as long as you know how to do one thing, there's no real reason not to play experimental, and that one thing is back up your save folder. You can back up your save folder, you're protected. And in the entire 3 years that I've been playing or live streaming Cataclysm nonstop, no breaks, 3 years worth of live streaming Cataclysm, I have never once lost a series due to any kind of bugs when I updated the experimental versions. I think the only thing I ever had that went wrong was, it wasn't even an update that caused the problem. I had a crash during an autosave, and that corrupted part of my map, and I had to drive to another area so my map would work properly. But that's it. It's the only catastrophe I can remember, and even that one was minor. I was already driving around, so I just kept driving to a new location and went about my business. But otherwise, I've been playing experimental, the cutting-edge experimental builds nonstop for 3 years, live on camera. Try to reload turrets in 11180. I don't care. I got autosave on, as every sane player should. If it crashes, it just reloads to my autosave, so I lose a few minutes of effort, and then I just don't do that thing again. Occasionally we do run into that kind of stuff, but that is why autosave is your friend, and you should make sure you have autosave turned on and set a number of turns and a number of minutes. So I'm never going to lose more than 10 minutes of progress. But I can't ever remember having to use a backup of my save folder. I do it anyway, because it's just good practice, just in case. But I've never once had to go to my save folder. Well, other than things I was specifically testing. There's a couple of occasions where I was purposely doing something that I knew was going to go horribly wrong, and then I used my backup save to restore and to test something in a different way, but not to actually save a run from an error. So yeah, so I've never really gotten it. I've always recommended people play the experimental builds. Partly it's for my own sanity, because I can't remember what the stable builds have and don't have. So when somebody asks me a question and I'm trying to answer them, and then 15 questions into it, as I'm trying to get more details, they tell me they're playing 0.C on an iPad, then I kind of like just shake my head and go a little bit of crazy inside. Okay, what was I talking about? Or you guys rudely distracted me with your questions? I was disassembling. We still got a few hours to go. I could read. This is kind of convenient because I can just stand here and read in the sunlight. Maybe I'll move my little table and my stuff over here so I can actually read during the daytime without having to shuffle around. How long is it taking me to move this pile anyway? 44 minutes. 7 minutes to move a space. Let's move the table over there. We'll stand right here. This way we can read by daylight from the clear glass on the ceiling above us. Shall we read? I don't need a sort. How big is this pile getting, by the way? Am I about to hit the limit? All. Reset. We're at 705 liters, so we still got 300 liters to go before we overflow the floor. So we're not likely to overflow the floor. So floor tiles can hold 1,000 liters, so I long ago got over any desire to sort all my gear into different piles and have a gun pile and a food pile and a drug pile. I just don't keep that much stuff anymore. I long ago conquered my Pokemon disease, my gotta collect it all disease, and I just stick everything in one spot. I just never have more than a space of stuff anyway. But zones are fun, I guess. Oh, hey, we're getting tired. Moderately weary. Apparently dragging stuff along the floor like that is very tiring. I don't remember us being moderately weary earlier. Huh. Yeah, I guess we're going to read. I need to get a comfortable chair. Let's go get a chair. Come here, chair. I need a got comfy bonus. I guess we'll leave it right there. Let's work on Fab. I think Fab is blocking us a little bit right now. So 4 to 5, 4 at 30 minutes, 6, but it's -1. Alright, we don't really have any good choices here, so we're going to go Boyer's Buddy. Fab to 5 at 30 minutes. Just read it once, because we need to do some other things. I will continue to be a proper host and demonstrate things you might want to do, but I don't find a point for. That would be taking off my helm, wearing my harmonica with a holder, activating my harmonica with a holder. We'll see if we can annoy the zombies outside the back wall here with our music playing and my non-stop yodeling while I read. Alright, let's all watch my focus value dive into the toilet. It's going to settle around 6, I think. Or 60, I mean. Oh, there's the shuffling already. Damn it. It's a little harder for me to go out there and clear in the daylight. I'm kind of tempted to do it. I'm a little worried about it too, because I haven't really explored out here, so I could peek around the corner here and have 40 zombies come rushing at me.